that this is the path for our relationship. We have concrete ideas, and we'll try to take it forward as we decided. And at the same time, we want to see how to work together in behalf of the well-being of both countries, and that corresponds.
Então, gostaria de dizer que estamos no começo de uma nova etapa que será muito produtiva, tenho certeza, na relação entre Brasil e Estados Unidos, uma etapa que vai criar instrumentos concretos que vão ajudar a nossa economia, no caso do Brasil, a gerar empregos, a gerar novas oportunidades de negócios, a gerar novas iniciativas em todas as áreas, e aproveitando muito trabalho que já foi feito, mas criando uma dimensão muito mais intensa, muito mais produtiva, tenho certeza, na nossa relação. Então, a gente passar a palavra ao secretário de Estado.
Great, thank you. Good morning. It's great to be here. It was an incredible privilege yesterday to witness the tens of thousands of people lining the streets as I pulled up to the Congreso Nacional. It was heartfelt. It was authentic. The expectations of the Brazilian people are high, and deservedly so. I want to congratulate President Bolsonaro, Foreign Minister, yourself on your new roles. We're excited to work alongside of you. We know that you intend to make Brazil a safer, more prosperous nation, and please know you have the United States as your partner in doing so. We had the chance today to talk about the bilateral relationship between our two countries. We believe that the opportunity between President Trump, President Bolsonaro, and our two teams creates a truly transformative opportunity for our two nations, for our two peoples. And we in the United States are committed to working alongside of you to do that. In lots of areas, certainly in economic areas, making sure that our two countries' businesses have great opportunities, but also deeper collaboration on the security front as well. The U.S.-Brazil Permanent Forum launched last year provides a great foundation to further enhance these opportunities. And we know, too, we will have the opportunity to work alongside of each other against authoritarian regimes around the world. Today heralds a new beginning in Brazil, it also marks 60 years to the day of repression and failed policies in Cuba. And we had a chance today also to talk about the threats that emanate from Venezuela and our deep desire to return democracy to the Venezuelan people as well. I'll close with this thought. If we do this well, we can make the lives of the people of Brasilia, the people of the United States, and citizens all around the world better by working together cooperative, and the Trump administration is determined to do that alongside you. Thank you for hosting me here these last 2 days. It's been a real privilege, and I'm thrilled at the new administration and all that we can do in the days and weeks ahead. Thank you, Mr. Foreign Minister.
Neste momento, abriremos esta declaração à imprensa a pergunta dos jornalistas. Da imprensa brasileira, o jornalista Roberto Kovalik.
Mr. Secretary, good morning.
Good morning.
Ministro, bom dia. Mr. Secretary, my question is, what sort of role does President Trump expect Brazil to play in the coming years? And two fields that you already mentioned, but to go deeper, I would appreciate. First of all, Venezuela and Cuba. Is a military operation on the table or something of that sort with the help of Brazil? And in terms of business, President Trump said a few months ago that Brazil is a hard place to make business, and sometimes that is a little bit unfair with American. Change. And, Ministro, bom dia. Para o senhor, eu gostaria de perguntar o seguinte. O senhor também já mencionou em relação à cooperação com os Estados Unidos. Na campanha eleitoral, o senhor, o presidente Bolsonaro e o senhor, nos seus artigos, no seu blog, várias vezes falou a respeito de um posicionamento mais pragmático e não ideológico. Porém, esse alinhamento com os Estados Unidos parece, a alguns analistas, um tanto excessivo. Afinal, quais as prioridades do Itamaraty em termos de alinhamento? O senhor falou nas suas palavras agora que isso representa um ganho para o Brasil em termos comerciais, mas muitos analistas acham que as opções que estão sendo feitas são um pouco ideológicas e podem representar riscos comerciais para o Brasil. Afinal, quais são as prioridades para os próximos anos? Obrigado. Thank you very much.
So if I may, so let me try and elaborate just a bit in response to your question. So with respect to security issues, it is almost always the case that nations work together best when they come from a set of shared values. And that's what we find today. We think the people of America and the people of Brazil have a set of shared values in democracy and liberty and freedom. I watched the peaceful transition of power take place yesterday. This does not happen all around the world. And in many countries, you identified Cuba, we've spoken about Venezuela, Nicaragua. These are places that the people of those countries don't have that opportunity to express their views, to speak their mind, to get government that is responsive to them. These are the kind of things that we intend to work on together. And so you were talking about modalities of whether there's an operation. What there is a common understanding of this commitment to working closely with partners that share the American set of values. And then for economics, sometimes it is hard for American companies to do business in Brazil. Sometimes it's hard for Brazilian companies to do business in America as well. President Trump's aim is very clear. We want a set of relationships, economic relationships. Call them whatever one may. People use the ideas of FTAs and like, but what's important is that the relationships, the economic relationships, give the companies and citizens of our two countries real opportunity that is fair, that is reciprocal, that is conducted transparently. Not the same model that is used by some other countries in the world. These should be commercial transactions driven by economics that make lives better for the people of our two countries, not driven by political imperatives from others who want to come to a country and make an investment, not for commercial reasons, but for political reasons, to achieve political outcomes. If our two countries share those goals, then I'm confident that in the days and weeks ahead we will deliver a good outcome on those for the Brazilian people and for America. Mr. Foreign Minister.
Well, thank you.
Sobre a questão do alinhamento,
eu
gostaria de dizer que, na verdade, o Brasil está se realinhando consigo mesmo. O Brasil está se realinhando com seus próprios valores e com seus próprios ideais. E o Itamaraty está se realinhando com o povo brasileiro. A nossa política externa está se realinhando com o povo brasileiro. E o reflexo disso é que nós nos aproximaremos daqueles grandes países e pequenos, e todos os países que comungam desses valores e desses ideais. Portanto, a nova relação com os Estados Unidos é uma consequência desse realinhamento interno do Brasil. E com outros países igualmente. Sobre a questão da, digamos, um eventual conflito entre nossos interesses comerciais e nossa atuação
actions in this sphere, I believe that it is not a problem for a big country. Brazil has to place itself as a big country. Brazil needs at the same time to work in favor of its values and ideals of the people, and to work for the economic growth. We need to do business and generate trade opportunities and economic opportunities. We understand it is perfectly possible to do both things, and a major country doesn't need to renounce its values or ideas to create economic opportunities. Thank you. From the U.S. press, journalist Mary Millington.
Parts of Brazil's civil society have expressed concerns about a possible loss of protection for human rights under this new government. Mr. Secretary, do you share these concerns? And, Senor Ministro, do you have a response? And if I may, Mr. Secretary, on the detained American in Moscow, do you believe this is retaliation for the Maria Butina case? And what do you intend to do about it?
Commissioner, let me let you go first on the human rights issue, and I'll follow up, and then I'll answer the final question. Yeah.
There's no reason at all to fear any sort of lack of protection for human rights in Brazil. Devia falar em português, né?
Actually, I should speak in Portuguese. There are no reason to have any fear or any reduction in the human rights in Brazil. This is simply a
resquício de pontos de campanha eleitoral que ainda sobrevive por alguma razão, né? O compromisso do novo governo com a defesa dos direitos humanos é absoluto, inclusive aumentar a defesa de alguns direitos que não estão sendo talvez suficientemente defendidos. Falado sobre isso já com a ministra
we'll
dos
talk
Direitos
to the
Humanos.
Minister of Human Rights, and this is an area in which we'll not only keep working, but we'll work in a more incisive fashion for the protection of the rights of all Brazilian citizens.
Thanks. I'd add only this. The United States is ever mindful of ensuring that countries treat each of their citizens with dignity and respect. It doesn't happen every place in the world where we find it is inadequate, we call it out. We're very consistent about that, and we do our best to affect that, to make clear that it is unacceptable, that we expect every country to behave in a way that treats their citizens with the dignity and respect they deserve as human beings. We expect that everywhere in the world. That certainly includes here. And our conversation this morning makes clear to me that this administration is committed to it as well. With respect to Mr. Whelan, who's being held, we are hopeful within the next hours we will get consular access to see him and get a chance to learn more. We've made clear to the Russians our expectation that we will learn more about the charges, come to understand what it is he's been accused of, and if the detention is not appropriate, we will demand his immediate return.
Está encerrada a declaração à
Declaration to
imprensa.
the press is adjourned.
Thank you.